Hi there. This is Renee, touching base with you today. I seem to get all these new ideas and thoughts when I receive emails from various sources, and sometimes it's just like a little 2 or 3 line in a big long email that speaks to me, and then I'm like, I need to do a post on that, or maybe do a video on that. So here I am before you, and it has to do, which I love, achieving results with less effort. What do you think about that? Doesn't that sound glorious? I don't know about you, but I have a tendency to spin my wheels a little bit. So I've been working on breaking that habit, taking steps that I know are more into what they call income producing activities that help you as well as me. So I like that idea, because why do you want to listen to somebody who doesn't offer you any value, right? Yeah, well, there's the entertainment value in case you're watching one of those funny videos and stuff like that. I'm kind of more, I like those, but I like to have input that I find helpful or inspiring and things like that. So that's my type of person, and hopefully I'm attracting that type of person in you. So anyways, going back to the topic at hand, it has to do with not so much, going a lazy way or anything else like that. I think it has more to do with how we have a tendency to procrastinate. And you're like, oh, I need some ideas on how to market this, and I need some ideas on how to put this sales letter together and stuff like that. Well, what if you just start doing it, and have it kind of, fall into place. You've already done a lot of research on the subject, right? You've already done a lot of reading and watching videos and so forth and so on. So do you continue to learn before you start applying this? Or do you go ahead, take all that knowledge that you've already put in your brain and start using it? I know some people, they just take it in. They're like, oh, I gotta watch some more videos. Like I gotta learn some more training and this and that and the other thing. And they never take action. They never put together their plan. They never put out a product that they've been talking about. I know I've been talking about putting out this membership site since the spring, and I still haven't done it. But I think for me, my vision has changed a lot since then. Excuse me. So I finally have a better picture on what it is that I want. And if I would have had my certified high performance coach back then, instead of just recently in the last few months having picked up a certified coach, then I would be so much further ahead. I wasted time, wasted, money on research, or, time is money actually. So if you go ahead and start applying what it is, you have a great idea, go ahead and start putting it into motion. I mean, and as you're getting yourself in, things in motion, you suddenly realize, oh, I need to tweak this and tweak that. Well, that's okay. That's good. But if you would not have started putting it in motion, where would you be? Would you have learned what you needed to learn as you're doing the actual process of putting together a product, a membership site, an ebook, or whatever multitude of other things that you can do? You know what I mean? If you don't start working on it, how are you ever going to accomplish it? So there are certain careers, of course, fields of study that that require the effort of learning and taking quizzes and tests and exams and writing thesis and all that kind of stuff, because it's required in their niche. Like my daughter is doing biomedical, and with an ultimate purpose of being in the medical field, so she has to have this requirement. My son, engineer, same thing. You can't qualify to be a licensed engineer unless you have all the prerequisites and you pass your tests and so forth and so on and gain experience. So it's all a part of the plan. But there are a lot of businesses that don't require all that. It requires you to do a little bit of learning if you don't know anything about how to do whatever it is you're doing, right? If you have the money, you can hire somebody to go ahead and put together the shell of the product for you so that you can just provide the content you want. You can even pay somebody to put the content in there if you want. I like to be a little more hands-on because I want to be able to share with you my experiences, my thoughts, my heart. I love sharing my heart nowadays. I used to be afraid to. But anyways, it's all a part of you and what you want to do. Now, let's say you have your idea. Okay? You have a goal that you feel really, really good about. And you feel like it'll make a big difference for other people, help people. Okay, and you know a little bit about it and all that. So let's go ahead and get started. What all do you need? Go ahead and figure that out really quickly. It really doesn't take a whole lot of time if you already know the subject matter and you know what you want to accomplish. You don't want to have to worry about the how, because it's going to fall into place as you're taking action, right? As you're putting your product, making it real, making it solid that people can see or hear or feel. I don't know what your product is. So it makes a big difference for you. And so that's why I had decided, okay, you know what? I'm not going to think about it anymore. I'm just going to do. Because especially since I've been getting coaching through high performance coaching, it's making a huge difference in the way I think, right? So just so you know, the reality is you don't, excuse me, you don't have to be perfect. Know that imperfect action is better than no action. Or let's see, I guess it would be better than perfect non-action, if you know what I mean. Just don't screw it up too bad or anything else like that. And be sure to give out a lot of value with what you're putting out there for your customer, for your client, if you're a consultant, if you're a coach, anything like that. And it will make a huge difference. And your customer, client will appreciate that. So what is the most important thing is when you're going to start moving towards your goal, how is that product, ebook, membership site, etc., going to make an impact on your customers, or what the industry calls your avatar? Because basically what you want to know is, who is this going to help, right? Who's going to resonate with this product, with this membership site, with this speech? You know, there's public speakers. And you want to be able to make an impact for those people. So don't be afraid to actually take your first step. Step one, whether it be the first chapter in an ebook, whether it be one module in a 5 or 10 module product, whether it be just covering one topic that you want to address and help people with. Get it out there. If you don't start, you will never achieve. You know what I mean? So it takes a lot less effort to achieve results than you might realize. One step a day. And it was funny because I was listening, this was several weeks ago. I don't remember if I did a video on this or not, but I was listening to Darren Hardy, and he was talking about courage. And that you don't even have to be courageous all the time. You just need to be courageous like 3 or 4 times in a day. Because what you do is, in that moment of courage, you step up. You greet somebody, you know, if you're in one of those social settings, a business meeting, whatever, and you go ahead and bite the bullet and say, okay, I'm going to meet somebody and connect with them. So, you know, you go and you shake their hands and you just start small talk and see where it leads. And then another thing is you can start doing is maybe you need to make some phone calls. Gather up your courage. When you don't like the phone, it's okay. I'm not fond of the phone, but it's not that I'm afraid of the phone. I just, I used to work for the phone company a long time ago when I first started working. And I used to have nightmares of phones falling down from the sky. It's like, oh my gosh, too many phone calls. So that's why I'm not fond of them, but I know I'm good at being on the phone. So maybe you're not. Maybe you're not comfortable with it. Go ahead, gather up those 20 seconds of courage, pick up the phone, dial the number, and if you have a script, that makes it easier to get you going. Whatever it is, go ahead and do it. Another thing is maybe you need to... let's see, just going into a group. Like for me, going into a group of people that I don't even know, that kind of, you know, I'm happy to go to these events, you know, to those kind of events, even if I don't know anyone. But when I get there, I'm like, I see these wall of people, and I'm like, holy smokes. And then I just decide that I need to relax, take it in, and as I get ready, gain that courage, I go ahead and step up and say hello to people and stuff. And if they don't react to you in the way that you were hoping, it's okay. It's their problem. It's not yours. They have they might have things on their mind or, you know, whatever. That's okay. Go on to another one. And I promise you, there will be several really, really nice people out there that will greet and accept you and want to take you, you know, by the arm and say, hey, come, you know, go ahead and come join our group. And then just take it from there. So take an action, one step at a time, one moment in time, will lead you forward in more ways than one. Accomplishment, you know, to feel it, accomplishment of completing your goal. It helps you gain more confidence. And of course, an income. The possibilities are endless. You just have to begin. Now, I hope you found this to be of value. And if you did, please like and comment. I would love to know your input. If you have anything extra that you feel would be worthy of adding, I would love that. And subscribe. Please subscribe. I do plan on putting out a lot more content because you know what? I've been taking in. I have learned so many life lessons. Certain events have totally turned my life around, made things difficult that I learned to overcome, so forth and so on. I want to share this with you in case it can help you. So please be sure to like and comment and subscribe. And I will, oh, one more thing. I do have a questionnaire, a link to a form that will take you to a questionnaire on high performance, questions that high performance like to or evaluate themselves with. And so you might find it very helpful for you to be able to kind of assess how you feel about the questions. And if you would, excuse me, if you would like, go ahead, fill it out, and send it to me in the email that's on the form, and I will call you. And we can set up a strategy session so that you can see if this is something that you're ready for now. Or at the very least, you'll get some great ideas out of it and get a better feeling as to maybe some of the points of where you're at. Okay, so I would love for you to do that. I'd be happy to talk to you, and I will talk to you later. Love and light.